Hello and welcome. Hi, Zelda. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy for you to be here. We talked a little bit about our goals and how we serve in different ways. And like you said earlier, um, we had this conversation about we live down the street from each other. We met not too long ago. Actually, was about a few days ago. Actually, right? We just started
Yes.
communicating, and we're just like, "Oh, you're in New York, okay." And I am, so grateful for meeting someone from our group in my neighborhood. But before that's, we getting to all that, I definitely want to hear more about your story. And because it's so intriguing of, how you started your business and, what led you to go down that route. So my first question is, so what do you do? And um, how do you, I guess, see yourself as an expert in your business or in your industry?
Sure. I'm an executive career coach for attorneys. I was a legal recruiter before that, and I recognize that there are a lot of attorneys who are spending time focused on solving problems for their corporations, for their law firms, for their clients. They're running businesses and they just don't have time for themselves. They don't look up, they don't know where to go when it comes to career development, when it comes to finding out what's happening in the job market. And I feel very passionate about taking professionals who are protecting us and starting to protect them, providing that information that gives them tools so that they can make choices for themselves and their families.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I used to actually work for an attorney, so I can definitely see you in that space where you're just like, okay, let's get you together first before we can address, all the fires, right?
Yes.
I love that. I love that so much. And how long have you been in the executive coaching business?
I actually started my business last year, so a little over a year. I've been a sales executive in the legal industry for legal technology companies for over 15 years.
Mm.
I ran a global legal technology conference, as well as have been involved with a number of organizations for women in the legal technology space. So I am very passionate about serving this community, about empowering this community. Again, lawyers are really the soldiers for all of us, for our rights, for our protection. And I just have been called in order to serve them and empower them as much as possible.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You are the perfect person to help them because you have all this wealth of knowledge, you have experience, and over 15 years. Like, seriously? Why have you done this sooner? Like, they've been waiting for you this whole entire time, but things happen for a reason, right? Everything has its timing. And I'm grateful for you even just doing this because you are right. Lawyers, they are in the trenches. They they have to deal with clients that may or may not align with their own values, or and it is so much stress that goes behind it. And it's for you just to show up and to tell them and show them that, okay, this is how we're going to do it this way, so that you can create more for yourself and create more for others that's around you. And I think that's so beautiful that you're doing that.
Yes, yes. And you may not know this, but I'm not a lawyer. I've never gone to law school. I actually never had a desire to be a lawyer. I'm more of a geek. My background is in technology, is in operations and outsourcing, but I came into this industry when 20 years ago, when companies were taking technology offshore, I decided to focus on the domestic corporations, domestic business. And so after surveying what wasn't going to go offshore, I said, okay, I'm going to focus on the legal industry. And if you know anything about the legal industry now, legal services companies are offshore. So, but in the meantime, we do have legal practitioners who are here pounding the pavement, holding up their shields on behalf of everybody. And I feel that we have to make sure that we take care of our protectors in the industry and in the world.
That is so beautiful. I actually was thinking like, is she a lawyer?
I play one during the day.
I love that. I love that. So my next question is, um, what what problem does your company solve? I know you spoke, a lot about, the self-care and the process of, the lawyers and supporting them in that way. But what other, for your podcast, like what does your podcast will solve? Like, how would that help them further in their careers, in their personal life, and even like with their associates?
Well, my podcast is called The Career Bar, and that's a play on other bar associations. But this is a bar association, if you will, that's focused strictly on careers and lifestyle. And it's for attorneys who want to learn how to get unstuck.
Mm.
After practicing for 10 years or more, lawyers are figuring out that they are stuck because there's no one around them like they were when they were either in law school or at the law firm as junior associates to tell them what does the pipeline look like for them in their careers when they're 10, 15, 20 years out. There's no one there to help navigate them. So what they typically do is turn to their colleagues, their law school classmates, recruiters who randomly call them, and they ask questions that are so important, and they get answers. But they don't have people around them with the insight who can let them know what the best practices are in regards to career choices, in regards to pivots, in regards to what adjacent careers they could consider. And so I really wanted to lasso all of that information into one destination online so that they can see episode by episode, that they actually have a resource where they can go talk to experts. We're going to have experts who are headhunters, who are the head of law departments. We're going to have experts who deal specifically with lawyers as far as mindset, lifestyle. We're going to talk about salaries and job titles and other trends in the market. So I want to answer the question, what's happening in the job market and what are my options?
I just want you to know that I just put in my application to be a lawyer. Because that is so wonderful. Oh my gosh. That's like those resources, even if it's not lawyers, but what you're providing, that is tremendous. Because when you're a lawyer at 10 plus years, or even if you just graduated, you just not graduated, but you just passed the bar, right? And just like taking out the portion where it's the title, whatever, it's a doctor, those, if you don't have those connections of finding a job and know who to speak to, it's going to be tough, and I don't know the statistics, I'm just throwing this out there, but how much lawyers are, in debt because of student loans and things like that, because they are looking for, they have their foot in the door at a law firm, they have to work their way up. So, but by you just providing those resources, I think that's tremendous in their career growth, and they have that support. And you're building this community that I hopefully goes national. I mean, I hope that's like your
It's
plan
going to
to
be
go
global.
global. Yes. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is so amazing. And so my last question to you is, what legacy do you want to leave behind with your podcast, with your business, and just in general? Like, what do you see after, you leave this wonderful earth that we're on? Like, how do you're looking down at everyone and you're like, I did that. Like, what do you want to see, you know?
My mission is to make sure that everyone, not just lawyers, but everyone has the information they need to go to the next level. And so with the career bar, I'm starting out servicing lawyers because they are key resources for corporations, for people in general, and they're defenseless right now. My legacy would be to have equivalent career bar podcasts and destinations that will service other disciplines. So finance experts, HR, marketing, doctors, everyone needs a bar they can go to and pull up a chair, pull up a stool, and just start talking about what needs they have and having a community who can help them solve and address those needs. So that's what I eventually want to see, as well as maybe having a career lunchroom or a student lunchroom podcast where students can come together and get their answers addressed as well.
That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. That is such a legacy. That's a legacy that will continue for centuries. That's amazing. And for you to just want that for other people, it's selfless. And because I see that you have a big heart, and I am definitely going to follow you. Not a selfish way, but I'm definitely going to, support you in any way that I can. And we're neighbors, so that's which is wonderful. So we're definitely going to connect offline and connect online, and definitely, just see how we can just make our our vision grow. Get more people in our community to get involved. But yes, I think that it was meant for us to meet up.
Absolutely. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Well, to God be the glory. I've been called to this mission, and I know that once one is called, they're going to be successful. So I look forward to being a success. I look forward and am excited about your success, Tina. And I really thank you for interviewing me today.
You are absolutely welcome. And it was a pleasure of, just, even just talking with you outside of, what we have going on and the commonalities that we share. But yes, it was an absolute pleasure of, connecting with you and doing this interview. And I definitely look forward to just, learning more about you on future podcasts.
Likewise. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.